Oh.
Wakey, wakey's my little soldier. Wakey, wakey. Say good morning to Mummy then.
Get out of it.
He's a little morning moody. What did we say he was going to have for his breakfast then?
Chips?
No! Corny flakes!
Fiddle.
A handful of shugs. There you are, my little duck. Oh, you know, Frankie, watching my baby eat his little breakfast is one of the few pleasures left in Mummy's pain-racked existence.
You were okay when we had that fruity lodger.
Francis, that man's name is taboo.
I thought it was Cheryl.
Strictly verboten. Oh, I was a silly girl. I know. I realised that I succumbed to the magic of his ocarina. I began to realise he was a pervert when I caught him stealing down in the middle of the night for bread and treacle.
Yeah, four-eyed little twerp. Still, I like it better with just the two of us.
Oh, dear.
Go on, then.
What? Big kiss?
Now get off to work.
Oh, yes, you're quite right, Petal. Mummy must drag her poor tortured body down the ice street, I suppose. Francis.
What?
I don't suppose you haven't thought no more about getting a job, have you, dear?
After what I've been through?
I know. Them fools in the warehouse didn't know how to treat you. Fancy giving you the sack just 'cause you fell asleep on the job.
Yeah. Blimey, it was night work. Now I've got to get over the emotional strain of it all, ain't I?
Of course you have, my duck. No, it's just that times are a bit hard, you know, Frankie.
We'll ask for a raise.
A raise? By the time I've dragged myself into that office, I've hardly got the strength to speak. Oh, my God. Oh, sleeping on that settee has brought my pelvis back with a vengeance.
Well, it wouldn't if you weren't decorating your bedroom, would it?
3 weeks I've been on that perishing room. 1 foot of skirting board a night, and that's my lot. Oh, it's quite difficult, you know, when you're allergic to paint.
Probably.
As for that ceiling, well, I shall never get up there again, not with my neck. I was wondering if a certain little fairy elf might climb on his mummy's trestle for her.
Oh, I've got a lot of thinking to do, ain't I?
Yes, you always was a little ponderer. Oh, well, I best be off then.
What is this job you've got anyway?
Office work, dear.
What, secretary?
Yes, more or less, yes. Say goodbye, Mummy. I love you a million times.
I'll be here all day if I do.
Just say the words.
No.
You'll say them flaming words on the back of your hand.
Goodbye, Mummy. I love you a million times.
Oh, bless you. Goodbye, my little duck. Don't forget to clean tent-tags.
All right. Tegs.
Archibald Drew, Private Detective Agency. Archibald Drew speaking. Oh, it's you, Watson. Yes, I have detected that your desk is empty this morning. Much more of this, I'm not above withholding your luncheon vouchers. I can do what with them? Leaving? Look, Watson, what say we up you to £11 a week, eh? Well, if that's your idea to wit, Watson, Go in.
Oh, dear. If I should pass out while I'm doing your floor, that's the address of my doctor.
Well, what's the matter?
4 flights of flaming stairs, that's what's the matter. I have never worked about the first floor in this building before because I suffer from altitude sickness, I do. Oh, well, let's see if my poor knees will stand up to it. Oh, my God, it's like kneeling on a bleeding cheese grater.
We've all got our worries, you know. Staff deficiency is mine.
Stick your tongue out. Oh, I say, yes, that's deficiency, all right, that is here. You know what to do about that, don't you? Yeast. Mind you, it doesn't half blow you up. Oh, like a cottage loaf.
I meant I'm having difficulty keeping staff, people to work for me.
Oh, really? Really? And what'd you do then? I didn't notice what was on your door. Because quite frankly, it was just a red blur as I swam down that corridor.
I'm a private detective investigator. Archibald Drew, private detective.
You rotten swine!
Why, nothing wrong with it?
That child was part of my body. He sprung from me.
Who?
Francis Abbott, that's who. That child whose life you nearly wrecked when you give him the sack.
Abbott? Oh, not Abbott.
Yes, Abbott, and look what you've done to his poor mother, too.
I haven't touched you.
No, and you better not neither, or you'll get such a biff round the bonds for my pail.
Look, Mrs. Abbott, I'm sorry about Abbott, but he was, well, difficult.
Beethoven. All geniuses are. How you can talk about staff shortage with a boy like that available, I do not know.
It was cheap.
Pardon.
Mrs. Abbott, has Frankie matured at all?
Matured is like a piece of ripe Stilton.
Well, the way things are, Frankie wouldn't consider working for me again, I suppose.
How much?
9.
I make it $9.50 with luncheon vouchers, and I could do a little something extra for you on the side.
No, there's no need, really. All right, 9.50 it is, a good help me.
Oh, well, all right, but of course, if I were to send you a jar of herbal tar every week, it would do wonders for your head, you know. Oh, yes, my dear. That's not just dandruff, isn't that, you know? That's scalp rot. Ew.
That's it. Come on, Raquel, baby. Give us the full frontal.
Oh, bless him. Rested.
Knock.
What?
You have to knock before you come in. Blimey, I'm a man now. Could have a couple of new tots in here.
You dirty little lurcher, you! I'll lock you from Letter Kingdom come. You besmirch my ears with such filth.
I'm sorry.
Oh! Just a minute. What you got under them sheets?
Me foot.
Oh, yes. Since when have you had 3 feet? Come along, show me.
No.
What's all this?
What's it look like?
Where did you get the money for it?
I got it with the last of me money from down at warehouse.
Mummy was going to pay off the coal with that.
I could take some lovely pictures of you with it, Mummy.
Could you, dear?
If you give us the money to buy some film.
Oh, listen. From now on, you can buy as much film as you like with your own wages, because Mummy's got you a job.
I can't, I'm dizzy. I can't up no more sacks.
No, it's not that.
Don't make me do nothing manual. The valve's gone in me heart.
Listen. I've seen Archie Drew.
Who?
Yes, he begged me to get you to go back and work for him again.
Oh boy, Tekken. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's more like it. I was always meant to be a big dick. Fedora.
And there.
Trench coat.
It's good. Oh.
Camera. Oh, smokes.
Smokes. Oh, help yourself, dear.
This is my town. There's a million unsolved crimes out here. Start trembling, hoodlums. Hank Abbott's back in business.
Oh, I say, I shouldn't go out in your pyjamas, Duck.
Oh, don't shut up!
Don't you worry, Bettine, Winnie. I know it's embarrassing for you, but I've sent for Mr. Parker, and he'll know what to do. Nay.
What's the problem, Dennis?
Mr. Parker, it's Bettine. It's happened again.
That's the 6th horse in a fortnight. When I get my hands on the madman who's
It
responsible...
may be a Union Jack, but it still makes her blush. You look at her face.
Is she blushing now?
Oh, yeah. Blushing with horses isn't going red, you know. They go,
Yes. You know, I'm sure this is the work of somebody in the stable, somebody with a grudge.
Well, I hope he gets caught soon. Fancy painting that rude thing on Blossom's rump. She blushed and sweated up.
Don't you worry, Dennis. I have taken steps.
Where?
No. To catch this lunatic, I have a private investigator coming.
Oh!
Yes, he ought to clear it up. You know, they're pretty smart, these fellows.
Oi!
Yeah. And who are you?
Frankie Abbott, private eye, at your service.
Oh, blimey. It's got film in it, you know.
Fiddle!
What on earth do you think you're doing now?
Setting a trap for your hoodlum with a paintbrush. Neat, huh?
He paints horses. He doesn't make mud pies.
Don't cross me again, big man. I'm on a short fuse. Paint store. Right?
Right.
He leaves footprints when he gets a paint. Right? FA takes a plaster cast. Right? I compare the cast to the shoes of your employees. Right? Whammaroony.
Suppose that's a good idea.
Some of us have got it, and some of us haven't.
All right, just line up down here, will you?
That's it, boss man. Line them up. Okay. Shot number 1 coming up. Yep. I'm not a tax inspector at all. Just a private eye. The best in the business. Shoes are like fingerprints, except they're worn on the feet. No two are alike, and this one's a cinch. A trained observer can tell by looking at things like this hole in the middle, like the way the Blakeys come away from the heel, like the pattern on the sole. This shoe obviously belongs to a rat fink of the first water, probably a nymphomaniac into the bargain. So, I'm going to compare the... What you looking at?
You twerp, it's your shoe.
Oh, I've never done it, Mr. Parker, honest.
Can we all go home now, please?
Yes, I'm sorry, lads. Go on, I'll charge you go. Just leave me to have a few words with Sherlock here. Now then, what have you got to say for yourself?
It's a funny old life, isn't it?
Oh, hilarious. Thousands of people on the dole, and there's going to be one more, isn't there?
Ah, please, mister, give us another chance.
Get out of my chair!
It's my mum, you see. She's dependent on me because she's gone mad.
I'm not surprised. Huff, rub, rub. Huff, rub, rub. Huff,
Hello,
rub.
Ken. Coming down to Feathers for a spot of lunch?
Hello, Peter. What are you doing here?
Asking you if you're going to pop down to Feathers for a spot of lunch.
What's a good idea here? We could pop down the feathers.
For a spot of lunch? I think our needles got stuck. Yeah. What's up, mate?
Well, see, if you knew the person and nobody else knew who it was, but you did, is it all right to say who it is to people who don't know who it is?
Only in a month with an R in it, I should think.
Why?
What are you on about, mate?
Well, see, I found out who's been painting them horses, Peter. I saw him through the window this morning.
That's simple. Turn him in, the rotten git.
That's just it. That'd be splitting, telling tales. I mean, we used to stick people's heads down the labs at school for doing that.
Yeah, I don't suppose there's any chance of old Monster Bonts finding him, is there?
Frankie, he couldn't even find his hat when he threw it out the window. I reckon Archie Drew will sack him again when he hears what a fool he's been making of himself.
He's always got something to fall back on, hasn't he? Sends his mum out scrubbing floors. Ah, it's not right, is it, then?
No, I reckon he'll nick her pension and all when she gets old.
Hang about. I've had what you might call an Eric Duffy here.
What's that?
A bright idea. You know it. We can nick your phantom painter, save you from being a grass, and stave off Mrs. Abbott getting housemaids knee from head to foot in one fell swoop.
Oh, neat. Well, when did Eric think of that?
I've just thought of it then. Now look, what we have to do is make it so easy for Monster Bonts that even he realises who's painting the horses. He makes the grab, hey presto.
Yeah, but it's hard to make things easy for Frankie.
Yeah, but not if we put the ideas in his head. Yeah, he'll become the first remote-controlled private detective in history.
What you doing, dear?
Just writing some notes up on a case.
Oh, brilliant mind.
A flag was painted on a horse's bum. The horse's name was Bettine. Bettine? Huh. B-E-T-T-I-N-E. Yeah. Right, Mum. Eggs, beans, chips, bacon, sausages, mushrooms and tomatoes. And more chips. Mum, eggs, beans, chips.
G-double-G-S, comma.
No, I want me dinner. Oh, come on, get up and make
Oh,
it.
don't pull that arm. It could come off in your hand. No, dear. It'll have to be fish and chips today from the shop.
Oh, we'll go and get it then. Blimey, when I got a job, I didn't expect you to lounge about in bed all day long.
Mummy's not lounging. She's rotting.
Well, why can't you rot in your own bed?
Because the decorating's not finished. And the way I feel, you'll never find me on a trestle again. Mind you, I should pass through the Vale quite happy, knowing that my little man has found his true vacation.
You'll be better soon, Mummy. You'll be out at work again.
No need. Not now my little Pix is doing so brilliantly.
Yeah. Eh? Oh, yeah, I am. But if I weren't doing so brilliantly, Mummy, you would get up, go out to work and understand just like you always do, wouldn't you?
Oh, modest as well as an Adonis. I thought you said you got the whole case virtually sewn up, dear.
Yeah, well, I am, virtually. If I could just find out who this bloke was. Suppose you've got no idea, have you?
Oh, Mummy's not in your class, Doc.
Nah. Die.
Legs.
Blimey. Come on, fellas, step into the office.
Oh, sorry, Mrs. Abbott.
Here, you shouldn't bring blokes into a room when there's a lady in bed.
That's all right, my dears. This is not a sex symbol you see lying here. It's just a dollop of dog's meat.
What brings you round here, anyway?
Well, we reckon we've solved your case for you, Frankie.
Eh? Oh, impossible. I'm ready to make an arrest.
I thought you said you didn't know who'd done it.
Wise up, Mumzella. If you was caught and tortured, you might blab. It's better that you know nothing.
Torture would probably come as a relief to me.
Well, who are you going to nick then?
Somebody?
Who?
Some bloke.
Oh, well, if you know, that's all right. Come on, then.
Oh.
No, don't go. Just as an IQ test, who do you think it is?
Well, I know it's Ginger Higgins.
Very good, kid. Very good. It is Ginger Higgins.
Red hot needles under my toenails would probably come as relief.
Shut up.
All you need now, Frankie, is the proof.
You see, then, boy, all I need is the proof.
Well, how are you going to get it then?
Tell him I'm going to get it, Peter.
Well, Den reckons Higgins does it when he's on overtime. So, if you was to hide in the stable and get a picture of him at it, bingo, there's your proof.
Bingo, then. That's how I'm going to do it.
I don't know how you thought of that.
Don't blame yourself, dear. The way his mind works baffles most people.
You ain't far wrong there, mate.
Sorry, fellas. I'm afraid you'll have to go now. Thanks for trying to help.
Goodbye, Mrs. Abbott.
Goodbye, dears. And if this should be the last time you ever see me alive, remember me smiling. Oh.
Penny.
Here's a swastika for you, you old man. Let's see, a bit like that. Oh, bloody show 'em.
Nice, Gigi.
with you.
All right, Mr. Parker. Blimey, sir.
Line up once again, will you, lads? Right. No. I don't think he wants you to do that this time.
What does he want us to do? Standing or eight?
So where is he, Dennis?
He won't be long, Mr. Parker. He's just gone to buy a new hat.
Dun, 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 dun. Now hear this. The last Gigi has been painted in this burg because FA has hit it big with the old Answer Rooney. It could have been you who's been painting these horses for the last 2 weeks, but no. And why? Because you only started work here yesterday.
Now come here, Perry Mason. I didn't bring you in here to find out who didn't do it.
Remove the mitts, Buster. I'm ready to pounce.
Well, you better, or I shall.
All right, there's no need to squeeze. Which brings me to the murderer.
Painter.
Oh, yeah. Ginger Higgins, your number is up.
Look, mate, you want to watch it with these accusations? Where's your proof?
Yeah, well, what about a picture of you on a job?
Hey?
Yeah, when you were there painting those horses, so was I. So don't stall, because I was installed in the next store with a camera.
All right, so I painted your bloody horses and lousy dump this places anyway, promoting people over my head. It's not fair. It's not fair.
Straight jacket, quick, he's blown his mind.
Shut up. Hey, now that's enough, Higgins. Get down to the office, get your cars and get out. There'll be a little man in blue around to see you later.
Stop your job.
All right, boys, thanks for the cooperation.
All right, Mr. Parker.
Back
I'm
to
glad
work.
you got him anyway.
That's it. Well, Mr. Abbott, I really must congratulate you. Oh, congratulations.
Negs. I cut my milk teeth on cases like these.
Tell me, how did you get onto Higgins in the first place?
Caucasian male, weight 165 pounds, blue eyes, wears knitted ties, supports QPR.
I don't understand.
Queen's Park Rangers.
No. I mean, I don't understand.
Yeah, you wouldn't. That's why you are what you are. I am what I am.
Yes?
Stay loose. The kid's one of my assistants. Got the pic, Speedy boy?
Yes, sir, Mr. Abbott. Just back from the chemist.
Pictures of Higgins on the job, eh? Very useful evidence if we prosecute.
All part of the service, Deco. Well done, son. I'll see if I can fit you into one of my new cases.
I'll fit you in a case and all, down the Undertaker's.
Oh,
Mr. Abbott, would you care to read this?
dear Mr. Abbott. Yeah, that's me. We regret that we are unable to develop your negatives as there were no images on them. May we suggest for your future photographic pleasure that you remove the lens cap before taking... Funny that, isn't it?
It's hilarious! Hilarious!